Hey guys, Dr. Andy here. Today I want to talk about tension headaches, okay? So headaches are one of the most common things that we see here in the office, and they typically take one of two forms. It's either a tension type headache or a migraine headache, and we'll actually get into that in a little bit, how you can tell the difference, okay? But first, let's talk about a tension headache. What are some of its symptoms? What are some of its signs? How can you identify it, okay? Unlike a migraine headache, which is typically one side, a tension type headache is going to be both sides of the head, typically in a band, almost like a halo around the skull, and it feels very, very tight, like the skin or the muscles there's literally some tension in them, like they're being pulled tight, right? So the pain is mild to moderate. Sometimes, even myself, I've had kind of more severe type tension headaches, okay? So remember, if you have a headache that goes around the skull, a lot of times you actually do have some tension through the shoulders and the neck as well. All right, so that's because it's also coming from somewhere in the neck, okay? So if you have a headache that's a band, like on both sides of your head, and it's tight and it's mild to moderate, very likely you have a tension type headache. Okay, so what causes it? Number one cause that we can identify right now is stress. Okay, so if you have a lot of stress in your life, you're more likely to have some tension headaches with it. Okay, there's two different types of stress. There is mental or psychological stress. That's certainly one factor, and then the other side is musculoskeletal stress. So stress that's related to the fact that your joints and your muscles are just very, very tight. So that's why it's really common that if you have tension type headaches, you also have a lot of neck or shoulder, upper back involvement as well. So you might have tension in the muscles and the shoulders and the mid back that kind of radiate and travel up into the head and give you that headache that, sometimes can last for minutes to hours, and sometimes it just really, really sucks, right? So that's where your tension type headache is coming from, and it's typically stress, and that stress is coming from mental, emotional, or psychological, but also physiological stress in the form of tension through the muscles and through the joints of the neck and the mid back, okay? So how do you treat it? Number one thing that you can try and do at home is stress reduction. So box breathing is a fantastic one that I typically encourage people to do. Box breathing is a 5-second inhale, a 5-second hold, a 5-second exhale, and then another 5-second hold, and then you just start over at the beginning, okay? So you can do that. You can do some yoga at home. You can do some light exercise, anything that can kind of relieve some of that stress. Personally, I exercise. It actually helps out a lot. If I go and play tennis with a headache, it's almost like by the time I'm done with the first set, my headache is gone. I feel freaking fantastic. Your next step is, if it's not working, trying to control it at home. Book yourself a massage. If we've got a lot of tension going through the shoulders, and it's coming a lot from the muscles, absolutely, some muscle work can really, really help. You can also try acupuncture or dry needling or anything like that, okay? Obviously, chiropractic care can help. So when you see a chiropractor, what we're going to do is we're trained to identify what type of headache you have. So if you're not sure what type of headache it is and you need to know exactly which one so we can actually better treat you, a chiropractor is trained to identify and diagnose your specific type of headache, right? So after that, we're going to identify exactly what joints and exactly what muscles are your triggers and causing that pain, and we can deliver, treatment to those areas that are going to alleviate that joint and that muscle tension that's causing those tension headaches. So headache patients are probably one of my absolute favorite type of patients, and that's because you've been everywhere else. You spend tons of money on every single specialist under the sun with limited results, but we luckily have a lot of success here in our office. So if you have any questions, please send them my way. If you're curious about, a proper diagnosis for your specific type of headache, because once you get a good diagnosis, you're actually able to treat it a whole lot better because you don't treat every single type of headache the same way. So if you're curious, send questions my way. Always remember to live with passion and not pain.